For anyone who doesn't know, My Little Dashie is an infamous My Little Pony fanfiction, known for being one of the most tear-jerking stories in the fandom. It has gone through many iterations, from story to comic book to animations, and finally to the mini-movie by Storm FX3. It seems like everyone who has ever heard the story has cried their eyes out, admittedly, myself included. However, since the story is quite old now, and those brony tears have dried, you may begin to realize something. This story is completely overrated. Yeah, I said it. I know that's an extremely unpopular opinion, but someone has to take a stand and show you what's behind that veil of emotional manipulation. Today I'm going to be critiquing the mini-movie by Storm FX3, and while I will be talking about issues specifically with the animation, some of my comments will root back to the original source material. So think of this as a double critique. And also, before you rage in the comments saying that I'm big, bad, and awful for tearing this apart, this is not a personal attack on anyone involved with the creation of this video or Rob Kikaran, the author of the original story. I mean, hell, I've been watching Storm FX3 for a while now, and I like his other work. I know projects like this take a ton of passion and dedication, and I respect that. As always, I simply just want to give my own critique on how to make better stories and better projects. And with that said, let's get started.
The daily struggles I go through outweigh the small moments of joy I have. My Little Pony has helped, but it's still just another thing to give my hopes up on. It's so hard to look at that beautiful world, having it so close to my grasp, only to be stopped by my computer screen.
I feel you, brother. Just hang in there.
When I feel sad, I walk. When I feel tired, I walk. When I feel like walking, I walk.
Well, at least you're getting more exercise than most other bronies out there. So you've got that going for you. I mean, I know I've been taking on a little bit of chub lately.
Living in a dying city isn't very fun or interesting. This city was once full of life and color.
Maybe if you turned off the desaturation effect, maybe you'd get your color back.
But now most of the houses are sagging. The businesses sit empty and abandoned, and the open fields lay barren of the once great factories that helped drive the local economy.
Dude, you live in a beautiful area. When you think depressing area, you don't think of a place like this. You think closer to a ghetto, rundown urban area, something like that. I know you have to make changes in the story in order to accommodate your filming limitations, but the changes have to make sense and not contradict what you were actively saying. You can make me stare at this lovely scenery and tell me over and over that it's ugly, but it's not going to change my perception. If you really wanted this to work, I'd recommend traveling to a safe urban area that fits the description you need and get some shots there.
Today, as usual, I had walked to work. Now, living in this area, I see trash all the time.
Yeah, dude, just look at all that trash.
Rarely would I see a cardboard box that isn't crushed in one way or another. It's just sitting there, sad and alone, among the broken concrete and overgrown grass.
Oh, everything is so sad. I can't take it.
Inside is a sleeping, Philly Rainbow Dash. There is not a physical or a mental or extraterrestrial way how this could be here.
Sure, there are drugs, schizophrenia, hypnotic hallucination, overimagination, more drugs.
The very first thought that runs through my mind, besides the initial Philly Rainbow Dash in a box, is who in the world would give up a Philly Rainbow Dash?
The writing is just riveting.
I have not smiled like this in years. Hi there. What are you doing out here?
Look, dude, I know that you think that the pony is cute and you know who she is, but you probably look pretty freaky to her right now. Just back off a bit, you weirdo.
I am so not sure how to handle this situation. Do I take her home? Do I call somebody? Who would I even call?
Dude, you should probably call an ambulance. I think the drugs are getting out of control.
She has no clue what's going on, where she is, who I am, or anything else. She's beyond the word lost. She's misplaced.
Misplaced sounds more like a downgrade in urgency. I don't think a cop would take you seriously if you told them, "Officer, help, I've misplaced my child." Kind of makes it sound like you're the one at fault.
This joy that I'm experiencing at this moment as I lay awake on my couch. She is here. She is real. Right now, she's my little pony. She is my little Dashie.
Alright, so by now you can probably tell what this story is turning into. This is basically the story behind one of those cringy pictures with a boy and his photoshopped pony girlfriend, except in this case, it's his daughter. In my opinion, this is where the emotional manipulation starts. And I don't mean manipulation in like some evil way. I'm just saying the film uses subtle, cheap tactics to tug at your heartstrings rather than good writing. By now you may have noticed that you haven't seen the main character's face. Well, get used to it because it's going to be like this the entire movie. While this choice is very questionable, I think I know why. Unless it's a privacy concern, I think it's because the director wanted the viewer to be able to let the viewer imagine themselves in the protagonist's spot. The less identity you give to them, the easier it is to place yourself in his shoes. Therefore, you automatically empathize with what this character is going through. While I feel like doing this can work in some sort of artsy way, here it plays to the film's detriment. From a technical standpoint, it hurts the cinematography because the only shots allowed are these awkward close-ups of his chest, which is a real shame because it looks like these filmmakers did a fantastic job with all the other shots. Any shot with the protagonist in it feels extremely claustrophobic. This choice also hurts from an acting standpoint, but it's not very apparent until the final scene, so I'll wait till then.
There's also one other gigantic flaw with this choice, but I want to save it till the end because it pretty much summarizes this entire story. So keep your eyes on these characters and maybe you can find it first.